What up, Dokkanners? JP received a data download, so let's jump in and discuss everything in here, starting with the biggest news of all. The Golden Week 2022 units are receiving their EZAs. So in this JP data download video, I'm going to be covering most of the information. As far as the translations, obviously we won't know the full picture until either Minato or Goresh post translations, or we wait for the global data download. So there will be a follow-up video that pretty much covers the same stuff, including anything else that I missed. So just warning you right now, two videos that are going to be fairly similar, but I mean, this is hype. This is one of the things that I was very much hoping that they would do, because Cell needs a buddy, and this better be a good running mate, because otherwise it's going to be a tough sell for this. Tough sell. Tough sell. All right, let's just go through and discuss all this stuff. First of all, release date March 31st, 5 p.m. PDT. Basically, it's Global's daily reset that's coming up next. We've already had our global daily reset now. So there's going to be another reset tomorrow. When that happens, that is when the banner is dropping, which is very strange. I don't think we've ever had a summon this early. No, that's not true. Besides the 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary started at like 1 p.m. my time, like during my lunch break. So now 4 hours later, this guy, I don't understand why this is dropping so early, but whatever, I'm all for it. That means I don't have to stay up ridiculously late. And we've got the Daima Vegeta Dokkan Awakening. We got the Parapara Bros. So a lot of stuff to go over. So let's start with these guys. Let's start with Cell. This guy better be good. So again, translations are going to be a bit duty because this is the JP. So I'm going to do my best, but again, I'll update this in the next video. See what I mean? In the Android Cell, or power absorption, so 170%, extra stats plus 30 to androids. Key plus 1, by the way, that's the difference. Okay, for the super attack, greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage. I gotta remember, what was the original? Just regular. Okay. Actually, you know what? We might be better off. Let me have the global version here, because we can read that normally. So yeah, you permanently raised attack and then you raise defense for 1 turn. So I'm assuming here you're going to be permanently greatly raising attack and then greatly raising defense for 1 turn. See, the translation's going to be weird. I'm assuming you're still permanently stacking the attack. Cause immense damage. Key plus 1 attack and defense plus 250, 50% chance to dodge. That is an improvement from what it was before. It was only a medium chance to launch an additional super. No. Dodge chance was 18% when facing 2 or more enemies, 17% more when facing 3 or more, but you had no dodge besides that. So now you have a base 50% chance to dodge. When attacking with 12 key or more, attack and defense plus 170. So that is up from 30%. Huge difference. When there are 2 or more enemies, attack and defense plus 80%, crit chance and dodge chance plus 18%. So they're giving you something to build off of now. So this is the same. Yeah, this is completely the same, but it's the starting amount that you've got. So now you're going to have 68% dodge chance when facing 2 or more enemies. That's great. When there are 3 or more enemies, attack and defense plus 70%, crit chance and dodge chance plus 17%. Again, exactly the same. When HP is 50% or higher. Okay, right. When 50% or higher, it used to be medium chance. Now, key plus 2 always launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. So that's a 20% increase from this one. Oh, actually, this just says medium chance of launching an additional super attack. So that's different. So I think this one is just a 50% chance of launching an additional super attack. And then you also get an additional dodge chance, crit and damage reduction 17%. Ooh, very nice. And then you transform by absorbing android 17. Oh, I like how we're starting. Okay. So now let's take a look at the second form. Oh boy, this is going to be a lot. Okay. So this guy also perma-stacks attack. The goal was in the first few forms, you're trying to build as much attack as you can. So here, same exact thing, greatly raise attack and raise defense. I'm assuming, again, you're permanently stacking the attack. And then for the base effects, so 180 becomes key plus 2, attack and defense plus 280, guards all attacks, damage reduction, crit chance, and dodge plus 17%. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 180. Oh my god, that is huge. Okay. When there are 2 or more enemies, attack and defense plus 120, crit chance and dodge rate plus 18%, which we've got again here. Oh my god, this dude looks so good. It looks so good. Okay, key plus 1. When HP is 50% or more, 50% chance of launching an additional super. So again, same sort of setup here. You're also getting an additional crit chance, damage reduction, and dodge of 18%. And then on the following turn, you would absorb Android 18 and become perfect. Okay, so let's pull up that. Here, you are no longer stacking. You are temporarily stacking. So in the original, you would raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage. Now, you are going to greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause mega colossal. Where'd that come from? Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage. Again, we'll have to check and see what this does. Key +3, attack and defense plus 400%, damage reduction, crit chance, and dodge, all 35%. It used to just be crit chance and dodge. That is huge. Within 3 turns, for the first 3 turns from first appearance, guards all attacks. Oh, man. Okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 180. Okay, that is obviously a huge upgrade from 50%. When HP is 50% or higher, launch an additional, I think just launch an additional, no, 50% chance of launching. So this one already says 50% chance, so this one might be higher. This might be 70%, but again, we gotta wait for the global version. I'm assuming this is supposed to say 70% chance or great chance of launching an additional super attack. Crit chance and dodge chance plus 35%. So, okay. With losing guard, it would really make a big difference if you were perma-stacking defense the whole time. I don't think that's going to be the case. So it's kind of difficult to fully judge the character because I don't know if I'm quite understanding everything that I'm looking at here. So yeah. And then active skill. Okay, so what's the active skill? It can be activated when... Oh, right. It's power weighted rage mode. Okay, so let's pull up rage mode. Power weighted cell, 1 turn of rage, key +2, guaranteed crit, raised attack temporarily, cause immense damage. So here, key +3, attack plus 200%, and guaranteed crit, raised attack, and cause immense damage. This maybe greatly raises attack. Okay, I mean, that's about the same. So there you go. That is the Cell EZA info. And again, I can't really translate better than that because that's about all we get with stupid Google Translate. So when we get more information, I'll either update the pinned comment. I'll probably try to update the pinned comment anyway, but most definitely check out the following video because this is not like I just don't know. I can't decide. I think it's good. Like the damage reduction is obviously huge. The crit chance, like all you got to worry about is really additional, right? So that is good in terms of simplicity of hit a potential design, but there are certain things that I need to know before I can truly judge the character. And I just need to wait for the global data download, but still a good amount to consider. Now let's take a look at the Goku Gohan exchange unit. So same deal. It's going to be weird. It's not going to make sense, but I'm going to do my best. Where is the exchange? All right, here we go. All right, so Super Saiyans, Goku's family, 170% extra, key +1 and stats +30 to Android Cell Saga. That's the new leader skill. For the super attack, this guy permanently raises attack, temporarily raises defense. For 1 turn, cause immense damage with a high chance to stun. That now becomes greatly raise it again. Same thing. I think you're greatly raising attack permanently, and then you're raising defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage with a high chance to stun. So if anything, maybe just the attack stacking has been increased. Everything else is the same. Now for the passive. Okay, so the passive went from 180% to key +2, attack and defense plus 200%. That was always a big issue for this guy, having key. Okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 159, 100% boost from before. From the first 5 turns from first appearance, defense plus 159, extremely high chance to crit. So I'm assuming that means 70% chance, I think. Defense plus 159, 70% chance to crit. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. Okay. There's a very high chance of dodging. So 70% chance to dodge after attacking, I think is what it is. After performing the super attack, right. So before that, it was only 50%. Now it is 70%. From the 6th turn from first appearance, defense plus 59%, high chance to crit. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. 50% chance of dodging after performing a super attack. This is from the 30% that we had before. For every attack evaded, do we have something there? For every attack evaded, attack and defense plus 59%. Oh, you just get it once. Okay. I think that's what that means. Yeah. From 1 dodge, you just get attack and defense plus 59%. Okay. I mean, that's simpler, right? You don't have to dodge multiple hits. You just get it just from dodging once. All right. And then we have the exchange condition. So the whole thing about this guy is that you wanted to try to launch 3 supers as soon as possible. And the best you could do on turn 1 was to launch 2 supers with your hit potential. So now you've got some additional super stuff happening in the passive. So that is going to make it a much easier time doing the exchange. And then when you exchange, the sooner you can get to the Gohan. Gohan's whole deal is launching as many super attacks as possible while the guard is, or what is it? Activating as much guard as you can within the 3 turns that you have it. So if you could activate guard 6 times within the first 3 turns, you get permaguard. So let's see how they change that with this EZA here. For the super attack, he, I think, raised defense? No, he greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, caused immense damage. So now it becomes, I believe this means massively raise attack and defense for 1 turn and cause immense damage. And then for the passive, he goes from 180% to key plus 2 attack and defense plus 250. When receiving an attack, attack plus 58%. Yeah, that's the same. The more HP remaining, defense goes as high as up to 158 as opposed to 100. For 3 turns in the character's entry, it used to be just guard. Now it is for 3 turns, you guard and 58% damage reduction. Ooh, all right, now here we go. If you manage to activate guard twice during that time frame, you'll get defense plus 158, damage reduction plus 10%, crit chance plus 20%, as opposed to the previous just defense boost. If you manage to guard 3 times within those 3 turns, attack and defense plus 158, damage reduction plus 10%, crit chance plus 30%, as opposed to, oh, it was 4 times before, so they are making the condition even easier. Wow, okay. And then if you guard 5 times in battle as opposed to 6 before, you get permaguard, damage reduction plus 10%, crit chance plus 50%. That is absurd. So wait, that means after he guards 5 times, he's got 100% crit. He gets 100% crit. And he gets, dude, he has 30% damage reduction, permaguard, and 100% crit. That is huge when you consider his counter. I think upon release, his counter had it was the highest multiplier in the game. Granted, that was back in 2022. So when receiving a Ki Blast super, this one just says receiving an enemy super attack. So I don't know if they've changed it. It might just be any super. High chance to nullify encounter with extreme force. I think, again, it's going to be ferocious power. And then if HP is below 77%, the attack will be nullified and powerful counterattack will be performed. Oh, okay, so it's a guaranteed counter if your health is below 70%. If it's above it, you have a 50% chance of doing it. Wow. Okay. You're not... Okay, so... Yeah, 58% damage reduction. So during those 3 turns, if, like, let's just say on the first turn from first appearance, you eat up like 6 attacks, right? You've activated guard 6 different times or 5 different times. You would have 1, 2, 3, 30 plus 58%. You'd have 88% damage reduction plus the guard for those first 3 turns. But once the guard wears off and the 58% damage reduction wears off, you'd be left with permaguard and 30%, meaning he wouldn't probably be as favorable in the slot 1. But then again, you might want to for something like this. So this is actually, dude, these guys, okay, Gohan, we pretty much got the gist from the translations here. Gohan looks really promising. I'm looking forward to using the Gohan. Let me know what you guys think about the exchange Goku Gohan unit. And again, wait for the global data download video because we got to see exactly what they're saying. If there's anything that's off, we will clarify in that video. All right, so let's move on here and take a look at the rest. So we already know what these 2 guys can do. Let's take a look at the Daima Vegeta. So all types, Ki plus 3, 50% stats. Raised attack for 1 turn, greatly raises defense. Oh, is he perma-stacking defense? Raised attack for 1 turn, greatly raises defense, causes supreme damage, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's a supreme thing. Attack and defense plus 150. All allies, Ki plus 2, defense plus 40%. If there's a Dragon Ball Seekers category ally attacking in the same turn, gain an additional Ki plus 1 and attack plus 20%. I think that's for all allies. Okay. Guards all attacks, medium chance to dodge. Every time you receive an attack or dodge, attack and defense plus 30% up to 150. Crit chance plus 10% up to 50%. So that is the Daima Vegeta. You're going to have the new medal for that. So that's cool. Okay. And then we've got the Parapara Bros. Special pose, 77%. Greatly raises defense for 6 turns, causes supreme damage, raises attack for all allies by 33% for 2 turns.
Okay.
Key +1, defense plus 333%. Attack and defense plus 33% for all allies self-excluded. If you receive key in slot 1 or 2, key +2 for all allies and attack plus 25%. If you get key in slot 3, defense plus 333%, key +2 for all allies, and defense plus 25%. I don't know if the attack and defense thing applies to the allies or if that's for the Parapara Bros. I'm assuming this is for all allies since it's in a separate line. When there's an enemy who is in the GT Heroes category or an enemy that is an int type, very high chance, so that's 70% chance to seal enemy supers. Seal all enemy special moves. So you can do a group seal. When there are 2 or more allies that are physical in addition to yourself on the team for the first 5 turns from first appearance, you can disrupt, what is it called? Cancel enemy action of the enemy that you attack. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. This unit is interesting. Problem is he's kind of just in no man's land in terms of categories and synergy and stuff like that. But what he lacks in links, he makes up for with some pretty interesting support. So this is kind of a decent unit for a free-to-play, but it's, you know, you got to have, it's a GT boss unit, right? This is a GT, no, it's a GT Heroes character. I kind of forgot. I'm a fake Dragon Ball fan. I assumed they were GT bosses. All right, whatever. There you go. That's the free-to-play. That is it for the new character information, but we still got more to go through. So let's take a look at the upcoming missions here. So these are the Dokkan support medal campaign missions. Even if you're not summoning, which most of you probably are not, then you still want to do these. So 3 Android Cell Sagas. Okay, every single type within 5 turns, no items, yada, yada, yada. So get all these done. These will never come back. We've got some extra difficulty missions for stage 6 of the Universe Survival Saga Red Zone. You want to bring 6 worthy rivals characters. You want to bring 6 Universe Survival Saga characters. Oh boy. Okay. And then you want to clear stage 6 within a total of 11 turns. You want to do this with every single type on the team. Clear stage 6 within a total of 8 turns with 6 characters that belong to tournament participants. Okay. These EX missions are generally more obscure, so they're a little bit more challenging. So if you can't do these, at worst, you're missing out on 3 Dragonstones. Big deal. Okay, let's take a look at the rest here. We've got the EZA for the Android Cell Saga. There's only 1 EZA, though. That's 4 stones. I'm assuming there's going to be a second EZA set of missions here. That's the Daima thing. Oh, this is coming back. So this guy could maybe be receiving an EZA. This unit has a Dokkan Awakening, right? Yeah, this unit has a Dokkan Awakening. Could there maybe be an EZA? Well, no, we don't have it in the data download. Okay, well, anyway, this event is coming back. This is from Halloween 2024. Then we've got a new support memory. Let's take a look at that. The new support memory for the first 2 turns from start of battle, attack and defense for all target Goku allies increase 16%. Okay. So you are getting these support memory things by, oh yeah, the new Dragon Ball story event. Ah, of course. And then we've got clear stage 13 of the Extreme Z area. That's for the Parapara Bros. We've got go to mission. Mission 1, mission 2, mission 3. What the hell missions are these? Huh?
What?
Okay. And then mission 4. Wait, what? What are these? Let me reset. Uh-oh. If I reset, it might not be accessible. I don't know what these are. So even more reason to wait for the global data download video, because I don't know what that is. But I mean, that's still a lot to digest. So let me know your thoughts on these 2 characters. I think from what I've been able to understand from these, duty Google translations, the Goku Gohan looks really good. The Cell looks also really good, but there's a couple of things that I need to understand first before I truly judge the unit. But then even so, you still got to check out the unit in action. And we have to wait and see if the unit is featured on the banner. I would imagine these 2 characters are going to be featured on that banner. But still, I wouldn't say that this is a must summon. But I'll save that for another video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Golden Week EZA units. From what we can tell so far, which one looks better? Which one looks worse? Is there something that I missed in the translations? And what are your thoughts on anything else that we saw in the data download? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.